All right, to do the horizontal join on the bottom, connecting all these loops, we're going to find the middle of row 3 where 2 of the Jacob's ladder stitches are right next to each other, and we're going to pass the right stitch through the opening of the left stitch. So just attaching them to each other like that. Now working to the left, we're going to take this stitch, we're going to take the next one to the left of it, and we're just going to pass it through that one that combines those two, joins them together. And we're going to continue doing this all the way down. We take the loose one, pass it through the joined one. Take the loose one, pass it through the joined one. And we're just connecting them all the way down this bottom edge. We'll come back to do the one on the right in a minute. Pass it through. Pass it through. We're going to do this all the way across the bottom till we get to where we have 2 stitches right next to each other again. And here we're going to take both of these bottom stitches and pass them through that last loop. And now these 2 stitches are going to start our vertical join on the left side. So we'll go ahead and finish the bottom right first. So we find where we had them joined together. We've got this loop here. Now we're going to pass the next one next to it through it. And that's how we join them. Just pass the next loop through the last one, and you will get them all joined together. We'll do this all the way to the right hand side. And again, when we get to where there are 2, we're going to pass both of them through this last stitch, and those will start our right side join. All right, we're on the left hand side and we're going to do the join going upward. So we have these 2 loops that are joined to our horizontal braid, and we are going to take the left one and we're going to look at the row above it. We have 2 stitches, 2 loops in the row above it. We're going to take this one to the right and pass it through this one to the left. We're going to do that first because on this side we're always crossing over to the left on cable crossing rows. So now we're going to take this left loop and pass it through this right loop. And that gives us our very first cable cross. It'll be a little clearer at the next crossing, which will happen every time we have 2 loops right next to each other. So to get to the next crossing, we actually just work on each individual side. So the right loop, the next one up, goes through this loop on the right hand side. The right loop goes through the right loop below it. On the left hand side, we do the same thing. The left loop above goes through the left loop below it. And now, when we come to this row where we have 2 next to each other, they also go through their same side first. Once they've gone through their same side, that's when we do our cross. So again, since we always want the cables crossing towards the outside of the shawl, we will connect the other one first. So right side through left side to cross. and then left side through the right side. And you can see that makes it look like this cable is crossing over and towards the outside of the shawl. So to show you all of that again, to work up to the next level, the next cross, we just connect we take the cat down off the table. We connect the loops on their same sides until we get to the next ones that meet up. We connect these two to the ones below them, and then we connect across with this one first, and then this one over it. And you can see how that's giving us the cables crossing over each other. You're going to continue doing that all the way up. You always connect to same side, same side, same side, and then cross. Cross that one first, then this one. Same side, same side, same side, cross. It can help to remember the first one you cross points towards the shawl, the second one you cross points away towards the edge, and that's how we get these cables going up the edge. Now we're going to do the same thing. You would do that all the way up. I'm just going to show you. We'll do that same thing on the right hand side, but we're going to reverse the cable crossing. So on the left side, we were always crossing over to the left. On this side, we will always be crossing over to the right, still pointing to the outside of the shawl. So we'll first connect the one that points into the shawl, and then we'll connect the one that points away. And then connect to the same side, same side. Here's our two together. So we start with connecting to the same side on that one. Once those two are connected, then we cross. First, cross the one pointing towards the shawl, and then the one pointing away from the shawl. And that gives us a cable crossing to the right. So again, we'll connect same side, same side, same side, cross. Cross the one that points towards the shawl, then cross the one that points away. One last time, we'll connect them to their same side, same side, same side. We're together, so now the one that points towards the shawl, and then the one that points away. We've done our join across the bottom and up the left and right side up to where our moment of meaning transition occurs. So as we continue connecting up for the moment of meaning, we have two together, a row one repeat, so we're going to connect it to, that should be row 75, because this side is the left side. We are going to connect from left to right first, and then we're going to take this one over so that our cross continues to the left. And at this point, as we separate, they're going to go their separate ways. So for the outer edge, it's just going to continue to connect to the next loop up, and it's going to go all the way up this outer edge like that. So just connecting the loop on top to the one below. Always just pull it through, the next one, pull it through, and that is going to continue all the way up this outer edge until you get back to where the cables rejoin. The same thing is going to happen for our cables that cross the middle. You just take the next one, pull it through, take the next one, pull it through, pull it through. You're going to do that all the way to the center. Once you've joined both sides all the way to the center, then you will connect them. So real quick, we'll just go all the way up the outside with this one. I like how the Jacob's ladder stitches bring the colors up a level. When you have a row of one color, the Jacob's ladders go up a level, whereas the front post triples go down a level, spreading that color. And you keep doing that. As we're coming back together, you can see that we have a row right here where it's back to a row one repeat where there are two together. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop there. I'll attach them both with a slip with a stitch marker until we get up there, because we need to connect our center. So we will work this same way, just connecting across our archway. And when we get to our center here, we're just going to put a marker in that keeps these ones from coming undone, because we need to connect our right side. Okay, so on the right side, we were stopped right below row 75, where our moment of meaning starts to shift. So since this is the right side, we want our cables crossing to the right, so we take the left one first and cross it over, and then we take the right from left to right and cross it over the top. Now that's where our cables are going to split, so we will put a stitch marker in this to keep them from coming apart while I work up this side. Same as we did on the left. You're just going to join it all the way up. All right, once we are back to a row where I have two together, a row one repeat, I'm going to go ahead and clip those for now and work up towards the center. So just one direction to go across our archway, connecting one at a time. All right, so our center has our front post stitches going through, and we have these two on either side are the middle. So we connect, as always, to our middle ones, and we are going to connect just straight across the center like this and continue going up that direction with that one. We will cross the center here with this. It's up to you which direction you want to cross for that center. Either way works. And then we continue connecting to the ones above them until they get back to their cable join. We now have our right side join. Take that out. This is the first row where they're together. So we've got them both attached to the one below them. This is the right hand side of our shawl. So just like below, we're going to have our cables crossing to the right side. So we first cross the one that goes towards the left, in towards the shawl, and then we cross the one to the right, out towards the outer edge, over the top of it. That gives us our cable cross, and then we can attach to the rows above them. This is working the right hand join the same as we did below the moment of meaning. And get to a row 1 repeat, we attach it to the rows below it, then join from right to left first, in towards the shawl, then from left to right, out towards the edge. So our joins are always facing towards the edge of the shawl. Join them to the other rows. When we get that row 1 repeat, same thing, towards the shawl and then towards the edge. Next row, and now on our top row we have 2 stitches, 2 loops, sorry, not stitches. We'll connect to them, and we're going to connect them together and hold them with a stitch marker, because when we join the next row up, the horizontal row, then we will attach it to that side. But first, we've got to get our left side joined. So we have the left side. We need to get it all the way back up to where it's going to rejoin the other side. All right, and we have gotten back to the row with our 2 stitches together. So we join them to the row below them, and we will first join from left to right. That's towards the shawl, and then from right to left over the top of that one, which is towards the edge, doing our left hand join. Then we join it, try and adjust it so it can be seen more easily. Join it to the ones above, join it to the next row 1 repeat, join towards the shawl, and then join towards the edge for our left hand. Towards the shawl, towards the edge, next row up, and last row for our verticals up. All right, we're going to put a stitch marker to keep those 2 from coming undone while we join our top. Okay, so when making our row 3 and row 227, we have at the very center 2 stitches that are connected. And if we look all the way down at the very bottom, that gives us our very center where our 2 stitches were together and one passes through the other to connect them. So we pass the right loop through the left, and it looks just like at the bottom. So they're now connected together, and then we work out from that in each direction, joining the next one. So I'm just holding this direction and working to the right. We actually don't need to hold that, just join across to the right, pulling the next available loop through the loop that you have joined. We keep connecting these all the way across. Now on this row, we have just this one last loop, and what we're going to do is we're going to connect it to the 2 we have here. So since this is a right side join, I'm going to put the right side over the left side, and then we are going to pull them through this loop. So you still have those 2 loops, they're pulled through this loop. I'm actually going to show you that real quick. The 2 loops with this loop around them. Now I'm going to take these 2 loops and this front edge of this loop, and I'm going to put a stitch marker through them, because we're going to be working through all of those stitches on the next row, We'll just work all the way through that loop just like that and into the stitches behind it to secure it to the project so that it doesn't unravel. All right, working across to the left from our center join, we just take the next available loop to the left and pull it through. Next available loop to the left and pull it through. And we keep doing that all the way across. All right, that is the last loop we have on that row. So we are going to take our 2 loops and we are going to place the left one over the right one, following this same join pattern. We're going to take the loop and pass it over both of them. So you can see you have your 2 loops with this front. We're going to join it with these front ones. So both of our loops stacked together and the front edge of our horizontal loop. We will place a stitch marker to keep those all together. So now all of your stitches are joined. Now what we're going to do is attach it to the work. Okay. We're going to start with a chainless starting double crochet. I like to put a stitch marker in that stitch to make it easier to work into later. Do our front post treble crochet border stitches. So we have 2 of those. Then we're going to work 3 double crochet. Skipping 2 stitches on the working row, we'll work double crochet into the next one. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. So we've got our 3 double crochet, and now we're going to work into all of our loops. So the way that I have it stacked, since this is a right hand join, I have this left side over the right side, and I have this horizontal join coming in right together behind it. So horizontal join, the right side coming to the left side coming to the right, pointing towards the outside of the shawl. Now I have a hole through all of them because what I'm going to do is yarn over for a double crochet. I'm going to insert the hook through all 3 of those loops, and then I'm going to insert it into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop through all of that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do that again. Yarn over. We're going to come through all 3 of these loops. You can come through all 3 loops, but then also the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop through all of that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you can see that you have joined all of these so that now they can't unravel. You're then going to work 3 more double crochet into the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, and our next 2 stitches are front post treble stitches. We're still working into the front post trebles, but we have put this Jacob's ladder loop in our way. So we're going to come behind the Jacob's ladder loop. I'm still going around this stitch just like normal, just behind that Jacob's ladder. And yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that again, 2 yarn overs. We're going to come work around this stitch now. We're just going to do it behind that Jacob's ladder. So there, we can kind of move it down out of our way a little bit. And yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And so that's our 2 front post triples. Skipping 2 stitches on the working row, we're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're actually going to work double crochets all the way across until we get to the other side border. And then I will show you how to work the border crossing again on the other side. So we double crochet across to our front post treble crochets. Again, we're gonna have to work, actually, if you want on this side, since you haven't joined it yet, you can move that Jacob's ladder stitch out of the way to do the front post treble crochets, since it's not attached yet. On the other side it was attached, so we had to work behind it, but over here we can work with it. Okay, after those 2 front post treble crochets, skipping 2 in the working row, we do 3 double crochets. Alright, now, just don't want to forget to reattach these. Pull this back through here. This side is our left-hand side, so we are going to cross towards the shawl, cross away from the shawl, and I find that this loop right behind it works out nicely. So we're going to yarn over, coming through all 3 of these loops, and then working into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop through all of that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to yarn over and do the same thing again, working through. We've got 1, 2, 3. Those 3 Jacob's ladder loops, and working into the next stitch on our working row. Pull up a loop through all of that. There we go. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to work a double crochet into the next stitch. There should actually be 3 double crochets before we get to our front post trebles. So there we go. 1, 2, 3 double crochets. Now if we look over here, we've got it all joined. It looks like this passes under and connects to our top edging, and it looks like this cable comes up over the top of it. We do our front post trebles to finish the row, and then you just have a couple of finishing rows to finish the whole shawl, and it is almost done. All right, we've got our cables. We've got them crossing the top. We've got them creating the arches of our doors and crossing in the center. We've got our moments of meaning shifts where they spread apart into separate cables, and where they come back together.